remember how it felt like being brand new and green and just not knowing what to do, not knowing if this field was for me, and second guessing it all. Yes, second guessing it after I had that MSW degree. So if you're sitting in the same position now, I'm gonna share my top 3 tips to build your confidence in the field of social work. We're gonna take you from green to seen. I'm sorry, I'm a sucker for a good rhyme. A green social worker is someone that is fresh, brand new to the field, doesn't quite know what they're doing. And I remember that phase of my career. I didn't like it very much. I don't like feeling like I don't know what I'm doing. And something tells me you are the same way. So if you're not ready to make the rubber hit the road, you're like in the car just wondering whether you want to go or not go, I think I know what the issue is, what the roadblock is for you. And that is you haven't quite found your ideal client or population. You don't know who that is. Maybe you've done your internships, you did well, you did your second internship, you liked it, but you just don't feel like going into those 2 areas of social work. So my very first tip for you is to work with some population that you have no idea what you're doing. And the reason that I say to try a brand new population is because the experience that you have thus far isn't really correlating. It hasn't called and pulled on your passion. I know this sounds super scary, but this is the only way to find your niche, to find your population, to find your ideal client. Once you know you're in the perfect career choice is when you are ready to hit the gas and to go straight into the whole darn thing. So for me, I was lucky enough to have my internship in schools. I fell in love and I was ready to apply. I knew what I wanted to become. Didn't mean that my very first job was a school social work job. In fact, it wasn't. It was far from it. I was working with kids because I was trying to develop the experience needed to get into the schools. I kind of worked backward, which I strongly suggest. But I kissed a few frogs along the way. And if you want to watch that video, I am going to link it. So I just want to break the myth that your very first job isn't going to be your forever job. It will dig you into some pretty great experiences. Those first jobs have you on the front lines. They have you testing your boundaries. They certainly open your eyes to what you're capable of. And I remember those days, and it's okay. You're going to get through that. Once you stop that learning process, once you are no longer being challenged, once you are not learning or feeling that opportunity for growth in your position at the career, at your first career, then you jump ship. Then you pivot away. We've talked a lot about pivoting on my social media account. You can see that trending, and not to stay in a toxic work environment. You can check out a few Instagram lives that I've done with a few really great social work mentors, which leads me into my next big tip for new social workers trying to transition and build confidence. It is to find yourself a mentor. My favorite place to look for a mentor is going to be in the jobs where you work. But there is one little tip I want to give you around finding a mentor in the place where you're working. You want to be sure that your mentor falls under this category, not this category. Now, if you don't know what these 2 things are, I'll give you a small little breakdown. A walnut tree, these are the people that have a lot of wisdom, but they're kind of burnt out. They're a little stagnant. They're the opposite of green. They're actually jaded. And if you seek mentorship from someone like this, you run the risk of becoming jaded yourself. What a marigold is very similar to this channel and how it feels. It's an energy of positivity. It's an energy of challenging you to become better, sharing insight without bogging you down with all the negative type of things, because there is always positive in every situation. There's a silver lining to every cloud. So a marigold is actually a plant that farmers will plant near other plants to help them grow and develop and to help them bloom. So that's my one little tip to securing yourself a mentor, is that you can't just pick anyone. You have to be selective. Make sure that they are true marigolds. In my very first school social work job, I did have a mentor that allowed me to learn the ins and outs, the dynamics, the networking, and allowed me to figure out the politics of what is school social work. And today I have started a role as a school social work coach / mentor for my brand new social workers out there that are in the school systems not knowing what they're doing. I want to be that mentor for you. If you want some more information on how we can work together, please check out my link. And my last and final tip, and this is a huge tip for those of you that are wanting to build your confidence, and that is take action. Action creates confidence. So you're gonna get stuck in imposter syndrome if you just sit there thinking about what you're gonna do next. That turns into overthinking, and I don't want you to go there. I want you to take action. I want you to apply for the scary job in the population that you've never worked with. I want you to go for that master's degree. I want you to go for the clinical license. I want you to dream big and start making the moves, taking the steps that you need to do to get there. So please continue on this momentum. You already pressed play on this video. That means that you took some action already. It's a baby step, but even baby steps lead up to confidence in this field. So I'm going to break down real quick a little review of what I just shared. Find your ideal population. If you're not ready to make the rubber hit the road, it's because you haven't gotten it quite yet. Try a different population, something you've never worked in before. Secure a marigold mentor and keep taking those baby steps because they all lead to confidence. I have some exciting videos to help y'all continue to step into roles in clinical social work and school social work. They're coming soon. Until then, you can watch these videos, these playlists that I'm putting up on the screen, and I am wishing you social work success. Until next time. Bye, guys.